immediate aftermath, what do you see as the key factors in Washington winning this series?
Oh, the pitching. Pitching by far. I mean, I say that. Look, they played probably a great starting point. They beat us, clearly. Hats off to them. They played really good baseball. They pitched very, very well. Their bats heated up as the series went. They played the game the right way. It's a class group. And like I said, they beat us, and we tip our hat to them and wish them nothing but the best. Like I said, it's a very classy group that plays the game right. A lot of veterans that a lot of time in, but their pitching was the difference in this series.
Benjamin?
I know you're not going to have all the answers 20 minutes after the final game. I just wanted to ask about, there's 48 total strikeouts in 4 games. I know their pitching is good, obviously, but, is there something from your guys' offensive approach that maybe could have been better to avoid all those strikeouts?
Yeah, of course, you'd have that, you average 12 strikeouts a game, then, but you're also talking about, and it's just a blend, right? It's a blend of their ability. I was just talking to a couple of the guys, and just an honest evaluation of it. We could have always done better. We're talking about 3 elite strikeout guys in this league, and so it's a combination of things.
Mike, for Dakota to throw so few pitches speaks to the aggression that they had when they were coming out against him tonight. Was that something that you all were a little bit surprised by, or how did you think that the response was?
Not at all. That's an aggressive team. No, not surprised at all. I think most people have a similar hitting philosophy. It depends on where the pitches are, whether you can execute them sometimes. But they're looking to get good pitches to hit. They put swings on it, and the ball's up a little bit, and they got the ball in the air, and obviously got the lead, and appreciate a couple of things, and I'll get to this whether the question's asked or not. But at least for this game, and then talk about the group. But you can't ask for much more fight out of this group tonight. You're down 7-0. You're down 5-0. You got your one of your leaders, Wayno, that was like, I want in this game if something happens, and he goes out and outside the base hit to the left, gets his inning out of the way, and great job by the bullpen, Hells, Gio, Miller, terrific. And then I'm sure people were paying attention. There's a lot of heart and fight in this club. There wasn't one guy that didn't expect to win that game. And so, Yachty gets it started with the homer, and they couldn't have felt real comfortable over there, which is how competition works. We just weren't able to bring it home. But, a lot of teams, I can't speak to a lot of teams, I don't speak to our team. It's a special team that is down and could easily packed it in. We had to go ahead and run to the plate with the guy we have confidence in, take the lead. So, a lot of positives took place and not enough of them.
The thought process during Parker is that, you see him, he goes down 0-2, he's fighting back from 0-2, he evens the count up, and he's fighting. Well, what are you thinking as that at bat is progressing?
Get a good pitch, put a good swing on it. I thought the one he fouled off was probably his best pitch. But no, just get a good pitching, put a swing on. Clearly, he'd like to have the Roy Hobbs kind of moment and hit one out of the ballpark, but just, get a ball in the gap and get Colton up there, and, we got Weedy behind him. So just put a good swing, put a good, drive the ball somewhere.
Standing on the riser in the back. Mike, this is a lot of your guys' first postseason experience. It's your first postseason experience as manager. What do you think they and you can really take from this experience moving forward?
You always learn from things, I will say this. I didn't feel like that anybody made any of the moments in the postseason bigger than they were. I felt like people were present, including our staff, myself. Not saying we made all the right decisions, but I'm saying that we were into the competition. We were aware of what was taking place. We normalized that during the course of the year. So, but experience is a good teacher. You always look to grow from it. We will. We're a very growth mindset staff and team and organization. So, but there's not anything that you look at and you, at least immediately, we talked about this as things were going. And we talked about, are we missing anything? Are we going to look back and have a regret? And, yeah, we strike out, 48 times in 4 games, and there's some frustration there. But, as far as how we competed, how we prepared, the decisions the guys made, we made, I didn't, I felt like we were in pretty good place.
Benjamin and then Rick.
2 quick questions, please. One, in the first inning, Corbin was getting strikeouts with the fastball, and then as the game went on, his slider seemed so good. From your vantage point, what makes his slider so effective?
Just late, comes out of his hand like his heater. It's just like any guys with plus pitch. It's going to have something that, again, comes out looking similar to something else, and then it's going to be late. I mean, Rivera, threw his cutter, and would pretty much could tell you it was coming, and couldn't really do a whole lot about it. This ball looks like it comes out of his hands. It's a harder slider, and then it's just got that late down, break. So it's just a really, we ran into guys with elite pitches with experience, and then they performed.
Clearly, you wouldn't have won the first series without Paul Goldschmidt. This series, he wasn't necessarily the Paul Goldschmidt we know. Is there, what can you say about his? I mean, clearly he was trying hard, but what were you seeing from Goldschmidt in this series?
Yeah, again, they're going to pitch all our guys tough. They pitch Goldie tough. He got a few pitches that he probably just fouled back. But, I thought he was taking his normal at-bats, and again, they made a lot of quality pitches to him, and it's not like, it's interesting, and it's the beautiful part of our game, right? You go from series to series, and how you maintain that, and it's a challenging thing. But I felt like Goldie was in a good place mentally and physically, just didn't get the results.
I'll finish up with Rick.
There were some good defensive plays, and then a couple that you guys did not make in the first inning. The play at second and the ball that dropped in right field. Can you discuss those a little?
Yeah, play at second, just trying to get a force, and just weren't able to catch it in Colton's Gold Glove guy, so just didn't make a play. Same thing with Hosey. Ball was hitting in one of those areas that, we just couldn't quite communicate with and couldn't make a play, and clearly both were big plays because it allowed the inning to continue and allowed that crooked number to grow. Listen, I don't know how much more anybody needs to hear me talk, but just how much respect I have for our team, and when you look at it, this is a complete team that just got through performing and competing, and a lot of respect. And I know we're proud of our body of work. We're disappointed with what took place, but I got a lot of love for our group, and I know our fan base does as well, I would hope. And we laid pretty much everything out there that we could possibly lay out there. And when I say team, this is a team first group, indicative of just Dexter today. It clearly wasn't in the lineup, been a staple for us all year, had a great season, and had his head in the right place to go up and draw a walk. It was just indicative of what this team's about, and ready to, and how they competed. And this group was all in and laid it out there for every single day starting in spring training. There was not one guy or one staff member that backed down. And everybody had a common goal, and unfortunately we didn't reach our ultimate goal, but we did have a nice season. We got unfinished business moving forward, but I just want to get out there how much respect I have for our team and how they competed this year.
I got one real fast one. How important would it have been to get a lead early tonight and take some of that crowd out of the game a little bit for a while anyway, and then you get hit with a gut punch right away?
We proved, and this doesn't require advanced sabermetrics, you have to get a lead to win a game. So we weren't able to do that.